everyone, my name is Katrina. I'm a physical therapist, and today I'll be talking about a few exercises you can do to help with your plantar fasciitis. So the plantar fascia is located at the base of your foot, attaching from your heel bone to the balls of your feet. And it's important for shock absorption and transferring load up the body as you're doing any type of activity like walking, running, standing, going from a sit to a stand. So it's very important. Fascia is actually made of 70% water, so it needs to be hydrated, mobile, have its full mobility and range of motion to be able to function properly and transfer that load. If that fascia is a little bit sticky or it's not working as well, as in it's not transferring the load properly, it can cause some irritation to the tissue and put more stress on nearby structures. So I'm going to show you a few exercises that you can do. You'll need different types of massage balls to help open up your foot. I really like the Franklin balls. So this is a green Franklin ball that you can get. I'll put the link in the description below. I also really like the blue mini balls. They have a lot more pliability to them. They're a lot softer, and it's just a really great tool to help hydrate your fascia. And then lastly, we have the pinky ball, which I also really like. I can also link that below. It's a little bit more firm. I like it better than like a tennis ball because it has some grip to it and it's not as slidey, but it's a little bit softer than a lacrosse ball. So I'll show you a few exercises that you can do. So the first one that you can do to help just open up your fascia on your foot, just to help hydrate it and give it some blood flow, oxygen, and all the good stuff, is just doing very simple foot compressions and releases. So I'll demonstrate that one first. I'll also show you some foot mobility exercises with the green ball. You can also do this with the pinky ball, but I'll show you with this one. So oftentimes when if our feet are very immobile or very stiff, it affects the function of the plantar fascia, because the plantar fascia needs to be able to move, lengthen, absorb shock. It needs to have that mobility. But if it's very stiff and stuck, and if all the joints in the middle of the fascial system are very stiff, it's going to affect load transfer and shock absorption. And that's the purpose of fascia, is to absorb load throughout the body. So again, I'm going to show you these two exercises with these balls, and then that's how we'll get started. So we'll do this in standing. So the first one we'll do is a compress and release with the blue ball. So I'm just gonna place the ball underneath my foot, and all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna compress my foot over the ball and then release it. So it'll feel pretty good. Again, this blue ball is really soft and it's not meant to be painful, but all you're doing is helping the fascia compress and release. So the fascia is like a sponge. It's just kind of releasing its water and then absorbing water as you let go. And you can do this along the entire part of the foot. So that is for the blue ball. For the green ball, you're going to place your foot, the ball at the base or the ball of your foot, and all you're going to do is, keeping your heel down and shin bone where it is, you're going to mobilize your midfoot. So you're going to think about keeping your heel where it is and just rocking the front of your feet into inversion and eversion. Again, working on the transverse plane of our foot mobility. So again, you're just going to do that a few times. Again, a lot of people with plantar fasciitis have a lot of difficulty going this direction. So going into eversion or pronation, so allowing their big toe to fall inwards. A lot of people tend to have a lot of inversion, like me, which is hanging out on the outside of your feet. So again, you just do this a few times. It helps open up your foot. I would recommend not trying to compensate a lot. So a lot of people who can't get into that eversion tend to move like their whole leg. So really just try and make sure it's all from the feet.